Now we will discuss about that. One more thing we have discussed in the last class. So in case some function is there inside the integral, how to differentiate that under the integral sign. How to differentiate that under the integral sign. Last class I explained about that. One is the constant limits and then variable limits. How can we solve the problem? In the last two classes recording, I need the link for this. Okay. I need the link for the last two recording classes because I need to upload and then send to everyone. Okay, fine. So two more integral equations we have discussed. One is singular integral equations. One more is integral differential equation. So now write the heading converting Volterra equation to ordinary differential equation. Converting Volterra equation into ordinary differential equation. Consider the integral. Write down. Consider the integral over a of x, b of x, f of x comma t dt. See, in the last class I have given one rule. What is the name of the rule? What is the name of the rule?
Leibniz rule.
It's Leibniz rule. Write down. By using Leibniz rule, by using Leibniz rule, here see the limits. Limits are not constants. See, these are the functions. Okay, by using Leibniz rule, differentiate with respect to x. We get, can you tell me, d by dx of integral over a of x to b of x, f of x comma t dt. So that is equal to what? The last class I have explained how to use the Leibniz rule. I have given the Leibniz rule also. So what is d by dx of a to b f of x comma t dt? Where that a and b are the function of x. It is not constant. What is the first term? Integral over e of x to b of x dou f of x comma t by dou t. Sorry, you are differentiate with respect to x, not dou x. That means you are, even it is a function of x comma t, you are differentiate with respect to that x only, partially differentiate into dt, plus differentiate the first limit, db of x by dx f of x comma b of x minus dA of x by dx f of x comma e of x. For example, in case I want to differentiate with respect to x, 0 to x sine of x minus t dt is there. 0 to x sine of x minus t u of t dt. X minus t u of t dt is there. Then how can you differentiate with respect to x? Then we will get the d by dx of 0 to x sine of x minus t u of t dt equal to, what you get? Integral over 0 to x. You are integrating the differentiate with respect to x. So sine differentiation is cos of x minus t u of t dt. That is a first term. Second term is, what is the second term? X comma b of x. B of x is x. In the place of t, you have to substitute x. In the place of t, you have to substitute x. So if you are substituting x, what you get? First thing is you have to differentiate b of x with respect to x. What is b of x here? X. So that means 1 into, if you are substituting t equal to x here, you will get 0 minus anyway already it is a constant 0, so it is 0. So 0 to x sine of x minus t u of t dt is 0 to x cos of x minus t u of t dt. That is the answer. Converting initial value problem to Volterra equation. Converting initial value problem to Volterra equation. Let us consider the integral equation. Let's consider the integral equation y of t equal to integral over 0 to t f of t dt. If we take Laplace transform on both sides. Already in the BSc level you have studied that Laplace transform. Laplace transform of both sides. Laplace transform of y of t equal to, actually it is f of s. L of y of t equal to f of s. That is equal to 0 to infinity e power minus st y of t dt. Y of t dt. This is a formula. But here that taking that Laplace transform of 0 to t f of t dt is what? Integral over 0 to t Laplace transform of f of t dt. That is equal to f of s by s. Otherwise, L of f of t by s. Therefore, Laplace transform of y of t equal to L of f of t by s. L of y of t equal to L of f of t by s. In a similar manner, in case y of t equal to 0 to t integral over 0 to t f of t dt, then L of y of t equal to L of y of t equal to L of f of t by s square. L of f of t by s square. This can be inverted. This can be inverted. Inverted mean inverse Laplace transform. If you are taking the inverse Laplace transform to this by using the convolution theorem, I don't want to go inside that very detail. By using the convolution theorem, just I am writing all the definitions. Convolution theorem. First I give all the definition and formula. If you are taking that Laplace transform on inverse Laplace transform both side, y of t equal to Laplace inverse of L of f of t by s square. This gives that, which gives that y of t equal to integral over 0 to t minus tau f of tau data. Please keep it in mind. It is one of the important question. So continue like this. In case y of t equal to integral over 0 to t, 0 to t, 0 to t, etc. 0 to t n times f of t dt n times is there, then this can be written as L of y of t equal to f of s by s power n. If you are doing for this n folds in general, we get that y of t equal to integral over 0 to t minus tau whole power n minus 1 by n minus 1 factorial f of tau d tau f of tau d tau. So this is equal to this. Both are equal. Okay. This is one important formula. More important formula. There are three important formulas are there in this. So this is the very essential useful formula when you are solving the integral equations. When you are solving the integral equations, this is a very, very important formula. Converting boundary value problem to free home, sorry, Fredholm, no? Fredholm integral equations. Converting boundary value problem to Fredholm integral equations. Let us consider the following second order differential equation. First I solve or I have given the general formula how that Fredholm equation, sorry, how that boundary value problem converting into Fredholm integral equation. Y double dash of x, what is the general second order differential equation? Y double dash of x plus p of x y of x plus q of x y of x equal to some f of x. Right hand side is the equation number 1 with the boundary conditions. The boundary conditions x equal to a, y of a equal to alpha, when x equal to b, y of b equal to beta. Usually what is called the boundary conditions. What is called the boundary conditions? See, study that one-dimensional wave equation or one-dimensional DT equation, you can easily understand what is called the boundary conditions. Usually, what is called the boundary condition, how it forms that in generally. In case any two boundaries are there, two walls are there, through the walls one fluid is moving in any direction, in one direction. Okay, so here that it is x equal to a, x equal to b. Here I can write that x equal to a, I'm taking this as x-axis, this is y-axis, flow is y-axis. So it is x equal to a, x equal to b. In case I am taking that velocity or flow is y, that is a function. Y of x is that velocity or flow of the fluid. Then here flow is maybe fast here, and then due to viscosity in both the walls, some viscosity may be there. So due to viscosity, that flow may be slow in both the walls. That means if you are taking that approximately both the walls, that is equal to 0. So what is the at both the boundary, what is the velocity here? Y of A equal to 0, y of B equal to approximately equal to 0. This is a method to write that the boundary conditions. So what is the function at the end of under the two ends of boundary? Okay, that is important. This is called the boundary value problem. This is called the boundary value problem. So how to convert the boundary value problem to Fredholm integral equations? So here alpha and beta are constants in case given alpha and beta are constants. Since it is the Fredholm integral equation, so both the limits of the integration should be constant. If it is a variable, then it is a Volterra integral equations. Let us consider y double dash of x equal to some u of x. Y double dash of x equal to u of x. If you are integrating one time on both sides, y dash of x equal to some y dash of a plus integral over 0 to integral over a to x u of t dt. Y dash of x equal to y dash of a plus a to x u of t dt. Now, how to verify it is the actual this equation? How to get this? In case if you are differentiating that, you will get this equation, then it is the integration. Okay. So what is y dash of a? Y dash of a is constant. A is constant, na? Y dash of a is constant. If you are differentiating one time, you will get that is equal to 0. If you are integrating here, if you are differentiating that, you will get that u of x. If you are substituting that, integral will gone, u of a minus u of x. So that u of x will come here. Therefore, you can write that this equation, if you are integrating that, you will get this equation y dash of x equal to y dash of a plus a to x u of t dt. Even if you are not taking this as the constant, if you are writing that, if you are differentiated on both sides, what can we get? That is a rough work. Yeah. rough work. How can you understand the differentiate on both sides? Y double dash of x equal to y double dash of a plus u of t from a to x. So y double dash of a plus substituting t equal to x here, u of x minus u of a. Y double dash of a plus u of x is y double dash of x. Otherwise, u of x you can write simply. But u of a is, you can write this as y double dash of a. This get cancelled. So, you will get that u of x. So, approximately we can write that when you are integrating one time, you will get that y dash of a plus a to x u of t dt. Integrating one more time, we will get that y of x equal to y of a plus x minus a y dash of a, x minus a y dash of a plus integral over a to x integral over a to x u of t dt dt. So y of a is alpha, given this y of a is alpha, given in the problem, y of a is alpha plus x minus a y dash of a plus integral over a to x integral over a to x u of t dt dt. Substituting y equal to b is y of x now. Substituting y equal to b on both sides, y equal to, substituting x equal to b on both sides, not y. X equal to b on both sides, we'll get that y of b equal to that is beta na, y of b is beta, that is equal to alpha plus substituting x equal to b, that means b minus a y dash of a plus integral over a to b u of t dt dt. But you can see that the limits are constants now. Before here you can see that the limits are variables, but here we are converting the limits are constants. Integral over a to b f of t u of t dt dt. We can find the unknown constant y dash of a. We can find the unknown constant y dash of a. We can find that unknown constant y dash of a here by using this formula. That is beta minus alpha y of b, otherwise beta minus alpha so finally how can we get that? If we are simplifying that equation, what is y dash of a here? Y dash of a equal to beta minus alpha. So beta, you take it to that side, beta minus alpha divided by b minus a beta minus alpha by b minus a minus 1 by b minus a integral over a to b u of t dt dt. Therefore, the solution is y of x equal to, therefore the solution is y of x equal to alpha plus x minus a, alpha plus x minus a, beta minus alpha divided by b minus a minus 1 by b minus a integral over a to b u of t dt dt plus integral over a to x u of t dt dt. And one more thing, the given differential equation can be written as what is the given differential equation? Y double dash of x plus p y dash of x plus q y of x equal to f of x or capital F. Either you can write in one of the two. Therefore, double dash of x equal to f of x minus p y dash of x minus q y of x. Now you can substitute that y dash of x y of x here. Then what you get? If you are substituting that y dash of x and y of x in this equation, then what you get? That is u of x equal to what is the required equation? You have to write the integral equation in terms of u of x. Is it not? That is the Fredholm integral equation. What is the Fredholm integral equation? Y double dash of x equal to u of x. Y double dash of x equal to u of x, that is equal to f of x. So we got the format of Fredholm integral equation now. F of x minus p of x y dash of a plus integral over a to x u of t dt minus q of x alpha plus x minus a y dash of a plus integral over a to x u of t dt dt. This is a one more important equation. Even now, it is not the Fredholm integral equation actually, because here one variable limit is there. Here also one variable limit is there. So we have to go for the some special case. So boundary in the boundary value problem, usually we are taking some the lower limit and upper limit, some lower limit upper limit is there in the boundary. Okay, usually we are taking that x equal to 0. For our convenient we are taking that x equal to 0, x equal to 1 in general, because some other values are there. Even x equal to some alpha, x equal to some beta may be there, or x equal to a, x equal to b is there. If I take that x equal to some a equal to 0 here, that means I'm moving that boundary to the arbitrary. I'm moving the boundary to the arbitrary. Then the problem will be somewhat easy. It is not complicated. Okay, then you can easily we can solve that. For my convenient, I take that a equal to 0 and b equal to 1. Special case, write down the special case, because it is not the complete Fredholm equation. Usually very difficult to convert that a boundary value problem into the Fredholm integral equations. Usually how to solve that boundary value problems? Boundary value problems usually solving by the variable separable method actually. That is most common method is variable separable method. Usually in the one-dimensional wave equation, one-dimensional AT equation, we are using the variable separable method. Okay, that is a clear-cut method. But when we are using that this Fredholm integral equations, then it is somewhat complicated. So we have to generalize the values. So you can write that this is a special case. Take a equal to 0 and b equal to 1. That means x is lies between that 0 to 1. Then y of x equal to, so what is y of x formula? Y of x formula is, we know that it is a y double dash of x. Actually y of x formula here I have written. So in the formula substitute that a equal to 0 and b equal to 1. Then what you get? Y of x equal to alpha plus x y dash of 0, alpha plus x y dash of 0. I am changing only the x value. I am not changing the y value. Even now I am taking that y of 0 equal to alpha, y of 1 equal to beta. Y of 0 equal to alpha, y of 1 equal to beta. That is not changing. X y dash of 0 plus 0 to x, 0 to x, 0 to x, u of t, dt, dt. So that is equal to alpha plus x y dash of 0 plus, actually 0 to x we can write by using this formula, converting by using the convolution theorem. We can write this as x minus t u of t dt. 0 to x, x minus t u of t dt. So y dash of 0 equal to y dash of 0 equal to beta minus alpha minus 0 to 1, 1 minus t u of t dt. This also can be written as beta minus alpha minus integral over 0 to x 1 minus t u of t dt minus integral over x to 1 minus t u of t dt. Thus we have u of x equal to, thus we have u of x equal to f of x minus p of x y dash of 0 plus integral over 0 to x u of t dt minus q of x alpha plus xy dash of 0 plus 0 to x x minus t u of t dt. So that is the general formula. Then u of x equal to f of x minus beta minus alpha into p of x plus x into q of x minus alpha into q of x plus 0 to 1 plus 0 to 1 k of x comma t u of t dt, where k of x comma t equal to p of x plus t into q of x into 1 minus x, where 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to x. P of x plus x into q of x into q of x 1 minus t, where x less than or equal to t less than or equal to 1. This is an important problem. Convert the following boundary value problem into Fredholm integral equation. Convert the following boundary value problem into Fredholm integral equation. Problem is y double dash of x plus y of x equal to x where 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to pi by 2, y of 0 equal to 1, y of pi by 2 equal to usually how to solve this? Usually how we are solving this one y double dash of x y of x equal to x. We can solve that means d square plus 1 y equal to 0. So are doing that that is equal to x some x value. So d square plus 1 and y. So d square equal to minus 1 d equal to plus or minus I. Then the complementary function is a cos x plus b sin x. And then integral equation is there. That means sorry, here x is there. Then the particular integral x divided by d square plus 1. So 1 plus d square power minus 1 into x. 1 minus d square plus d power 4 etc. x. When you are multiplying x, so plus x will be there. So the finally we will get that y equal to a cos x plus b sin x plus x. So if you are substituting that 0 here, x equal to 0, you will get some value. You will get a value. If you are substituting pi by 2 here, you will get the b value. So easily you can solve this. But I need to find the Fredholm integral equations to the boundary value problem. So how to find the Fredholm integral equation for this problem? What is the procedure here? So first we have to write that y of x. What is y of x here? Zero to pi by 2 now. What is y of x here? Y of x equal to alpha plus x minus a. Alpha plus x minus a. Beta minus alpha. Beta minus alpha plus divided by b minus a minus 1 by b minus a integral over a to b integral over a to b u of t dt u of t dt plus integral over a to x integral over a to x u of t dt. So what is y of x here? Using this formula, y of x equal to, what is alpha here? What is alpha here? What is the value of alpha and beta? Y of x equal to x y dash of 0 plus x cube by 6 minus integral over 0 to x integral over 0 to x y of t dt. So that is equal to this one y of x formula. This one is one y of x formula. One more y of x formula is there. Y of x equal to y of a. What is the one more formula? Y of x equal to y of a plus x minus a y dash of a plus integral over a to x integral over a to x u of t dt. Actually, I have given the two formula. This one formula, this one more formula, two formula. I have given that. Using this formula, x y dash of 0, then what is y of a here? Y of a is one. So this is equal to x y dash of 0 plus x cube by 6 minus 0 to x minus t y of t dt. So using the boundary condition at x equal to pi by 2, at x equal to pi by 2, then y dash of 0 equal to 2 minus pi square by 24 plus 2 by pi integral over 0 to pi by 2 pi by 2 minus t y of t dt. By substituting this value in the Fredholm equation, we will get that y of x equal to, substituting this value in the Fredholm equation, we get y of x equal to f of x plus 0 to pi by 2 k of x minus t y of t dt, y of t dt, where f of x equal to 2x minus pi square by 24 x plus x cube by 6, and then k of x comma t equal to 2t by pi by 2 minus t is then or equal to x, then 2x by pi by 2 minus x, where x less than or equal to t less than or equal to pi by 2. But you can see that how can you get that x cube by 6 here? Anybody? As per formula, everything is okay. Y of A is 0, leave it that. X y dash of 0, that is based on this one. Based on this one, we are writing this one. I think it is minus. Okay. But that x cube by 6 is there. How you get that x cube by 6? Additional one more term is there. That is my doubt. Anybody are able to try? One extra term x cube by 6 is there. How you get that x cube by 6 there? The other terms are, the other steps are, everything is okay. Am I audible? Yes, then try that. Yeah, try that. How you get that x cube by 6 there? Maybe right hand side x is there. When you are integrating on both sides, one time integration is x is there, even x square by 2 one time integration. If you are in 2 times integration, you will get that y double dash of x is there, na? That is a given problem. So for the given problem y double dash of x, we need to get y of x. When you are integrating left hand side, we have to integrate the right hand side also. We have to integrate the right hand side also. What is the right hand side given? X. One time integration is x square by 2. One more time integration is x cube by 6. So that is the concept to get the x cube by 6 there. Problems for practice. Derive the following or convert the following. These are the problems for practice. Convert the following boundary value problem to Fredholm integral equations. Integral equation 1 y double dash plus 2xy equal to 1, where 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1, y of 0 0, y of 1 equal to 0. Second problem, y double dash plus 4y equal to sin x, where 0 less than x less than 1, y of 0 0, y of 1 also equal to 0. This is the first problem. Second problem, reduce the Volterra equation. Volterra equation into initial value problem. 1 u of x equal to x minus cos x plus integral over 0 to x minus t u of t dt. Second one, x square u of x equal to x square plus 1 by 6 0 to x minus t whole cube u of t dt. So these type of problems are only for the practice, okay, just for your work. But this type of problems will come as MCQ. Classify the following. Classify the following integral equations. Integral equations. A u of x equal to x plus 0 to 1 x minus t whole square u of t dt. B u of x equal to e power x plus integral over 0 to x t square u square t dt. C u of x equal to cos x plus 0 to pi by 2 cos x u of t dt. U of x equal to 1 plus x by 4 integral of 0 to 1 by x plus t 1 by u of t dt. So what are the things you have to? Yes? Camera put. Okay, here what are the things you have to identify? 6 things you have to identify. One is whether it is Volterra or Fredholm. You can identify. It is Fredholm, it is Fredholm, it is Volterra, it is Fredholm. Okay, fine. It is the one thing. Second thing is it is homogeneous, not homogeneous or non-homogeneous. For everything I have given separately the reason why it is the homogeneous and non-homogeneous. Third one is linear or non-linear. Can you tell me now? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equations are there. It is a MCQ questions. This type of problem will come. Okay. When it is said to be linear, when it is said to be non-linear, when it is said to be homogeneous, when it is said to be non-homogeneous. கிளாஸ்ல இருந்தா ஒவ்வொருத்தரையும் லைனா கேட்கலாம். நீங்க ஆன்லைன்ல இருக்கிறீங்க. Can you tell me that? Types of solution techniques. What are the types of solution techniques are there to solve the integral equations? Successive approximations. Second one is method of successive substitution. Actually, this is one important method of successive approximation. It is like iteration method. Method of successive substitution. Even for solving that ordinary differential equation, successive approximation is a very good solution will give. That means exact solution we may get by using this. Direct computational method. Maybe it is like analytic method. Direct computational method. A domain decomposition method. A domain decomposition method. Modified decomposition method. This is a general one. Everyone using this method. Laplace transform method. Fourier transform method. So these two are the very famous method. Even it is these two are laterally developed. That this is the old one, but is later this one is developed. A domain decomposition method and modified decomposition method. The lower level, that problem is not complicated that much. But when you go for the research level, the problem is more complicated. So you will get confused which type you are going to, which is the solution method you are going to use. Even the project is doing by using the project is doing in the field of biomathematics. Usually they know very well. Even more techniques are there: perturbation technique, homotopy perturbation technique. Lot of techniques are there. When you go for the numerical solutions, That large, enormous methods are there to solve this. Why this subject is that much of important is that all the problems, either it is the first order differential equation or second order differential equation, whether it is a ODE or PDE, mostly based on the real time applications. So when it is a real time, when you are deal with that any real time application problem, you have to come across this methods, this solving methods. So we will discuss that one by one, all the methods one by one. Note down that some more problems, this, some other, already I have given all the MCQ, what are the possible MCQs in this chapter. And then these are the few types of solution techniques. And then few more problems are there. Write down problem for practice, continuation. Classify the following integral differential equation. Integral differential equation. A u dash of x equal to 1 plus 0 to x e power minus 2t. See, don't write simply that it is a Volterra or Fredholm equation. You have to write everything, whether it is homogeneous or non-homogeneous. You have to write whether it is a linear and non-linear. Three things you have to write. Okay. U of x 1 plus 0 to x e power minus 2t u cube t. Anyway, it is a MCQ, na? That is you have to pick. Already everything is there. Okay. U of 0 equal to 1. So it is the initial value problem actually. Keep it in mind, the initial value problems, maximum Volterra integral equations. Initial value problems convert into Volterra. Boundary value problems can be converted into Fredholm. U double dash of x, that is equal to x square by 2. X square by 2 minus 0 to x, x minus t u square t dt, where u of 0 equal to 1, u dash of 0 equal to 0. See, u triple dash of x equal to sin x minus x plus 0 to pi by 2 x p u dash of t dt, where u of 0 equal to 1, u dash of 0 equal to 0, u dash of 0 equal to 0, u double dash of 0 equal to minus 2. I'm asking one simple question. Third question is that initial value problem or boundary value problem? Third one is the initial value problem or boundary value problem?
Sir, initial value?
Yes. Why it is the initial value problem? Why it is not boundary value problem?
Sir, because we have given the value for u of 0.
Hmm. U of 0. But u dash of 0, u double dash of 0 is there, na?
Sir, but for pi by 2 it's not there, sir.
No, no. That is not the matter. Whether that's okay. Your answer is somewhat okay. Fine. That is correct. That pi by 2 is not there. Only u of 0 and then u of pi by 2 is given, then we can then it is a boundary value problem. Okay, see, because it is a initial value problem is, see here, initial only it has given, actually it is u of t, u of t at t equal to 0, t equal to 0 means initial position, t equal to 0 at time t equal to 0. How can you identify whether it is the boundary value problem or initial value problem? That is important. Some problem is given, you have to know how to classify the given problem is that initial value problem and the boundary value problem. Okay, so one your idea is correct. So u of pi by 2 is not given, one thing, and one more thing, only initial value is given for that, it is that initial displacement, it is called a initial displacement, it is called what, u dash of 0 is there, na? What is that? It is called what? U of 0 is initial displacement. Okay, I'm calculating one speed problem. Okay, rate of change of displacement distance. Okay, fine. That is u of t. Then what is u dash of? I'm asking simple question, na? What is
Velocity,
rate of
sir.
velocity? Then that is called simple. Add only one word in front. It is
Initial
initial
velocity,
displacement.
sir.
Exactly, it is initial velocity. It is what is rate of
Initial
change of?
acceleration, sir.
Excellent. That is correct. This is the concept we should know. Even they are giving that lot of problems you can solve. Even that differential equation problems, so differentiation, everything we can do. But if I'm asking that what is the differentiation, many of them are struggling. So you have to be strong in the basic. Even if you are not strong in the basic, if you are muck up and then solving the problems, if 100 problem is given, you can solve. If they are giving only one new problem, that is 101 problem to you. Understand? If you understand the concept, you do only 2 or 3 problems. Even they are giving the 100 problem, you can do that. Okay. So you have to be strong in the basic always. That is more important. When you go for the gate examination or some other competitive examinations, most of the questions, 90% of the questions come from the basic. And then one more thing, you can get wonder, where is the basic? Basic is 6th to 12th standard books. That all the basics are available in 6th to 12th standard book. Okay, if you want to clear that any competitive examination or any gate examination or very tough examination also, any examination, if you want to easily clear, okay, first you have to go through that 6th to 12th standard books. Then only you come to that BSc, MSc. Okay, before you, that means if you are not knowing that basics, then what is the use in that solving that other things? Okay, fine. Anyway, today's the class is enough. You can stop the recording now. Give your attendance 1, 2.